we'll get into it. We'll get into it.
Let's get ready to rumble.
It's time.
Hold on. All right. Go ahead and do it again.
Let's get ready to rumble.
That was beautiful. Good job, guys.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah, welcome back. Welcome back, my
Hey.
jackalopes.
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah. You should have done that in the background.
Good to see my jackalopes. Love you guys. Thanks for checking us out. Thanks for listening.
Long-time
Love
caller,
you.
first-time listener.
Yes.
Isn't it usually
we
the other way?
are.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So mix it up. I like
Whatever.
it.
You know.
All right. I'm not going to be nearly as nice to Nick this time.
Unconventional.
Perfect. Yeah, we're back.
Here we go again.
And
Check us out.
surprisingly, we're all wearing the same thing we
Weekly.
wore last week.
Weekly.
It's wild.
Weird how
anyone-
that works.
In case
Yeah.
anyone forgot,
Just-
we are
you
trying
guys
to stay on
change
a
your-
weekly schedule now.
True.
So if we
Yes. The
So,
best we can.
can. New
Yep.
stuff as much as we can for you.
Yeah, and it's not like this episode here is probably going to be more like stories. Where, you know, I mean, we don't really talk about anything current much, anyways.
Yeah, we
I
don't
guess.
like roll through the news reel or nothing.
But by the time this episode airs, it is a couple weeks old. But
yeah,
anyways, check us out on the YouTube
Every major.
and wherever. I mean, obviously you're already listening to the show. So
Tell
wherever
your
you get your
friends.
podcast, tell your friends.
share posts on Facebook.
Yeah, check us out on Facebook at the Casting Pods Network Facebook page. That is also our YouTube, and there is a link on the Facebook page for our YouTube channel. The CND Show, starting at episode 5, is on YouTube as well with video.
Until they kick us off.
Yeah, I don't think we'll get kicked
And we
off.
have what else? What else we got? We got so YouTube, the podcast, TikTok. We got
yep,
a couple
yep.
TikToks out there. We'll do better at those. in the
Yeah,
future.
I gotta get better at editing some of those in. But it's at the CND Show on TikTok. That's it. We don't have an Instagram or a Snapchat. I don't know if we want to do that or
No.
not, but
I don't know, but for the sake of the Snapchat, I'm gonna go ahead and do
Yeah,
a little
well, there you go.
Snapchat post here.
yeah,
for us.
because we haven't done that for a while.
been
It used to be
slacking on it.
it used to be a
weekly
it used
thing.
to be a weekly thing, but
Gang. There, we're in. We're in. Like
but yeah, there we go.
Okay, there we go. I mean, if you saw this, it would have been a few weeks ago, but that's fine because here you go.
yeah. If you want to save that, then you can post that on the Facebook
it's going
page.
right now, bud. It's going out.
Okay, well, I'm
You
going to
can't-
screenshot it and
You
I'll
can't stop it.
and I'll put it on. But you can like save it to your camera roll. Is what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Well, yeah, I can, but
and then
why would I want to double dip?
but then you can put it on the Facebook page and people can see our beautiful faces.
That weren't lucky enough to have your Snapchat.
Yeah, it is. It's very select few, very private. Don't
Anyways.
Snapchat request me. My wife will be pissed.
So Nick was kind of looking at my list here, and he was intrigued.
By the first fucking thing on the list.
Also, side note, as we are recording this, they're doing the NFL awards, and Joe Burrow won the Comeback Player of the Year.
Understandable.
That's fair. I think.
Only because he took a significant injury last year and led his team to the Super Bowl. That's fair.
Yeah, I thought Dak was gonna be.
I thought Dak had a good shot. I think there's a lot of recency bias in that, in so much
Yeah.
that, like Nick said, Joey's still playing, Dak hasn't in a month.
Yeah.
So
That's what all they care about.
yep. So
Stats are aside. I mean, but they both. I mean, statistically,
I do think Joey actually had better stats.
But I mean, he has fucking Jamar Chase, T. Higgins.
I got Amari Cooper, CeeDee Lamb. I mean, just saying.
Yeah,
Anyway.
So, anyways,
We're not a football
We're not a
podcast, but do you know who is?
Just another football show.
our good friends over at Joffs.
At Joffs. Love you, Joffs.
Go check them out.
Big fan of Joffs.
It's the off season now, so they'll be rolling through like player awards, off season news. They might actually take some time off. I'm not sure if they take time off or not. I don't remember.
I don't know. The hustle never rests, so they
Yeah.
probably don't. Those guys are hard workers.
They crank out the information for you guys. They might go down to once a week instead of twice a week. But
once a week's a
they'll
really
talk.
good way to go about a podcast, though.
Yeah,
I do see like a world championship belt that could be like hosted as maybe a trophy for this beer dart game, but
yeah.
I know they like belts too.
I do want to play some darts, but also,
Yeah.
and not to get like add more things because all we do is just change up what we're talking about. Can we add some beer pong to this too?
So at this point we should just do like a
Beer Olympics?
Yeah.
Yes.
We're evolving this.
Okay,
I'm
so
telling you.
Joffs, it's no longer just beer darts.
Beer darts, beer pong. Can we do like beer ball or corners, whatever you want to call that?
I've never played that, but I'd
No?
be interested to learn.
We can practice.
Have you, Nick? You've played, right? So basically, you just quick learner lesson here.
Quick learner lesson.
You take a table, not unlike this one.
Yeah.
We each start with a can of beer. So like you
Okay.
play in teams of 2. So me and Chad, or Nick and Chad, or me and Nick. However the two you want to
David
pick. That
loves
is.
picking me as a partner.
I'll pick Nick every day of the week. Anyway, because I love Nick. Nick's my favorite person.
I thought
No.
you weren't going to be as nice to him this week.
Sorry. It's just so hard because I love him so much. Anyway, so you get a table. We each start with a can of beer unopened. Okay.
Okay.
You put your can of beer at the corner, and then you have a ping pong ball.
Yes.
All right. So if it's Chad's turn, you gotta stay behind the end of the table, not unlike beer pong.
Okay.
Chad is gonna throw the ball at one of the opposing team's cans. If the ball makes contact with the can, his partner would crack open his beer and start drinking his beer until the opposing team gets control of the ball and places it back on the table.
Okay, I think I saw a video on this.
Okay?
Yeah.
So this one's a little different because you actually win by drinking your beer.
Your beer. Okay.
Where most of the drinking games, the
It's-
loser
the
drinks.
loser has to drink.
Right.
But this
most.
one you actually win by drinking all of your beer.
So it
Okay.
sounds like if you go on a run,
Yep.
you're gonna be drinking.
So right, and then so the idea is you want to get that ball to bounce as far away as you can so that your partner has time to drink.
Right.
Okay, so it gets pretty intense. It's fun to play like outside or like a bigger area
Right,
because
so
then that
it's-
ball can get moving.
yeah,
He played
yeah.
in too
Played
small
it.
of an area.
Yeah. Play in our studio up here, and it'd be
Right,
It could be challenging though.
moving
Could
around
get in a-
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
but so then so beer ball,
Interesting. So yeah, we can do that.
beer darts, beer pong. I would say this: if we're gonna get into beer pong, we should keep the rules very like bare bones.
Oh yeah,
Because
no,
that's
none
the
of
bad
that,
part about playing beer pong is everyone's got their own rules, and everyone plays it a little differently. So I think you would need to just keep it as straight as possible,
Right. Right.
to just kind of level it out.
yeah, I would
but-
agree with that. We could do Flippy Cup or
Oh,
a
yeah,
version of
yeah.
Flippy Cup. Whether you do like the
100%. I like the knockout. Have you done the knockout?
Oh, is that
So,
the
like, if
loser
we
knocks the person
lose-
off their team?
Yep. So
Yeah.
then now obviously we wouldn't lose. So when Joss loses,
Yeah.
they would have to knock off. I think we actually get to vote off. I don't know, depending on how we're
Yeah,
playing the rules.
I think yeah.
I think the winner gets to vote off
Right.
a
So
player
like
from
we
that
take
team.
we'd take like Casey out,
Yeah, for
Oh,
instance.
for
yeah.
the for starters.
and
yeah.
then
That's who we're gunning for.
but then
in the
but
darts.
then they would have to.
But they
so
have
like
to drink
Jeremy
3
would
cups
have
still.
to take, or somebody, Jeremy or Ryan would then have to take.
Yep,
2
you
cups.
still have to.
Yeah.
Yep, you have to still. No matter what, there's 3 cups getting drank and
Yeah.
flipped each round.
So even if this would never happen,
Right.
but even if they were down to they were at 2,
Yes.
and somehow in some other universe they would beat us.
Yes.
Even if it's 2 against 2, you'd still have 3.
Yep.
Oh,
Because
okay.
you
I like it.
always go with however many you started with.
Okay.
So like, say for instance, we all were still in it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Going against whoever, doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
They only have 1. They have to drink and flip their 3 cups for their whole team
Okay.
because it's a team game. That's
right.
the whole
right.
thing. So
okay. I like it. Yeah, that'd
yeah.
be cool.
So the knockout is pretty fun. It's
Yeah.
a good time.
Yeah.
I don't know what are some other good drinking games.
Um.
So I mean, darts, pong, and corners or beer ball, whatever you want to call it. Everyone calls it something different.
So Flippy Cup
And
beer
flippy
pong,
cups. So there's 4.
I
I think you'd have to have an odd number, right?
corners.
Because like, what if we won 4 and they won 1?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it would. If
What's
you had,
the one with the bat
would
that you
just
got to
set up for-
spin
yeah.
around?
Oh,
That would be a blast.
The Louisville Chugger.
That's fantastic.
I was going to say that or our other strength. The Hammerschlagen.
Hammerschlagen would be a good
yeah.
one too.
Yeah. Strength is a strong word, but I mean, it was.
Yeah, that was not a good showing when we played down at West Hill.
I did okay.
Yeah, you did all right.
I didn't do fantastic, but I did okay.
It was
also
really hard.
depends on the hammer. That
But that was the other thing, was that we were using the skinny side of the hammer.
Right. Well, because it wasn't like a claw hammer.
Yeah.
It was more like a wedge.
Yep, that's true. I forgot about that part.
Yeah.
So we'd have to
It
change.
was a little
We
tricky.
would use a regular claw hammer. Is what we would use.
But I love the Louisville Chugger idea.
The Louisville Chugger is fun. I've played it at my buddy Tyler Shelton's house for his 4th of July party, and I think Casey was actually there and played it as well.
So he's got experience.
I've actually never played, but I've always wanted to. So
So basically, what you do is you open or you shotgun a beer, or you just chug a beer. However long it takes you, you time it. If it takes you 10 seconds, you have to put your forehead on the bat and spin around the bat 10 times. And when you're done, somebody tosses you the empty beer can, and you have to hit it with the bat.
Now, just to clarify, if you miss, what happens?
You keep going. So it's a timing thing.
Okay.
So it adds on. So say it took you 10 seconds to chug.
Mm-hmm.
So then you pause it so you can see how long, and then you start it again, and then you spin 10 times, and then your partner or whoever pitches you the can. If you miss, you got to give it back to them. They pitch it again, and you hit it. And
I
then
didn't know
the
if you
time
had to
stops.
spun again 10 times again. Like if
the
you
way
miss,
we
you
did
got to
it,
do it again.
Yeah, the way we did it was just if you missed, you just tossed it back, and most people got it. Like, I think I hit it on the first try.
Of course you did.
I hit bombs.
Casey,
bombs.
I think, hit it on the first try.
I think we should also do some kind of like javelin situation where you count how far the can goes.
Okay.
Like you get extra points for distance.
Yeah. Okay.
So like making
like
contact, like you can't
That's the
bunt to
tiebreaker.
win.
Would
Can't-
be distance.
Yeah,
So like
okay.
if everyone gets it, on the first time around or whatever, but
Who got the bomb? Yeah.
who hits it the farthest?
Yeah.
Okay. I like it.
I'm just thinking of ideas here.
Yeah.
Okay,
So that's
what's-
5.
There we go. Then let's see it because you got to have an odd number in case there's a.
Right.
And then obviously we would need to randomly assign the order in which we play. Because you don't. I don't think you'd want it set. I think you want to just day of.
Yeah. So do number them 1 through 5,
Yep.
and then random number generator, and just have it go through.
And that's what
pick
order
the
you do in. And then so a lot of those, all of us. So like beer darts, flip cup, chugger are everyone plays.
Team. Yeah, they're 3.
But beer pong and corners are 2-person games. So I think you'd have to make a rule that you cannot have the same two people do both of those.
Right.
Since we have it's
So
a
you'd
3 and 3.
basically you'd want for the
One
corners,
person would have to be playing both.
right.
But,
So for the corners, you'd want your best chugger
yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Or your 2
Because if you
best
can just
chuggers.
fucking knock out your beer.
Yeah.
But your best chugger also needs to be pretty good. You got to be able to hit that
be able to
can.
hit the can.
Right.
Because
I feel like we could all 3 throw pretty well.
Yeah,
so
I
what's
think
really
we've got
frustrating
that
when you
nailed
play
down.
that game is if you're the one, like you're ready to drink, but your partner can't hit that can.
So do you alternate?
Yep.
Then?
So you
Okay.
alternate turns.
Okay.
So so it'd be me on this side. They get to go once. You or Nick
Yeah,
on this
yeah.
side, and then back and forth.
Okay.
And then
Makes sense.
once one person's beer is gone, so like if I get my beer gone first, which wouldn't happen, just to be clear, because I'm the worst chugger. So when one of you guys gets your beer done first, now you are the only ones that throw because you have no beer to drink.
Okay, that makes sense.
So you just throw until I can finish my beer.
Okay,
So
interesting. Yeah, I'm down for it.
I'm just saying,
down
let's-
for it.
yeah,
5 leg Beerlympics.
Beer Olympics.
I like it, and we can for sure do like a triple threat belt, or just maybe even just a single belt. I guess we can hang it right back here when we win.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I just I'm in.
I mean,
I think it'd be cool.
send us your thoughts,
Joss, let us know.
Get at us.
Let us know if you want. You could actually call the number.
515. It's on your screen. 515-850-2332.
Joffs, we would love to hear from you on the hotline. Talk a little smack. Let us
Yeah.
know what you think about the Beerlympics idea.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
By the way, can we do like matching outfits? Can we do like a cool outfit
definitely.
thing?
we
One
will
piece?
we will for
Well,
sure.
I was thinking. Okay, go ahead.
I would say we will for sure have uniforms.
Now, I don't know if we want to give too much away. Can we maybe tap into a little bit of Chad's strong point here, but not all the way? You know, because you've got that dad vibe locked down.
Oh,
Okay, but here's the thing: I don't want to wear socks, so like I can't go socks like this. What do you think about like an overall type situation, like a bibs,
yeah,
but
yeah.
no shirt, possibly cut off depending on the weather? I don't know.
Oh yeah.
I'm just saying.
I don't
like,
have any overalls.
Well,
but-
we'd had to get. I don't
Yeah.
mean I don't have it.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't just have a pair of these, but you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like that would be a solid vibe. I'm really thinking like Always Sunny, Charlie with the cutoff shorts. Like look how low I can go. Look like I can go lower. That's the kind of vibe I was thinking.
Okay.
But these are just ideas. We can Doug, my dear friend Douglas and I, like that right there. Just
That is.
I think I would cut out the like the wife beat underneath. I would just go nipples out, but that's exactly what I'm looking at.
Let them fly, bud.
That's exactly what I'm looking at.
He's
How
even got-
old were you in this picture?
That's
What year
it
was
right
this?
there.
That's the look though.
2014.
I honestly thought that was Alan Jackson for a second, and then I realized it was Chad.
24. So this is 8 years ago.
Yeah,
Holy cow!
that was so.
I love that. I
for-
love everything about this. I'm not wearing boots with mine though. I just want. I'll be honest with you. I'll be wearing flip flops. But
So we had for my 21st birthday, we did a big party, a big bash down at my dad's house. He's got 15 acres 13 acres of land down by Pleasantville.
The look on your face, David, says it all.
And so
no comment.
since all of my friends were younger than me, so they weren't quite 21 yet. So we couldn't. I mean, I did go to a bar the weekend after, but for the main party, it was at my dad's house, so all of my friends could come out and drink. And so we just had a big bash out there. Well, then it turned into like an every year thing, and so I always had, and it turned into a redneck bash.
I love it.
So like one year.
It obviously looked like something was.
Yeah,
going
so
down.
Obviously
that was
ended
peak.
around the time that our friendship started because I've never been invited to a redneck bash.
I'm trying to. The last one I think was in 2015 or 2016.
That's fair, I guess.
Um,
What do
I
you
think it
think
was
about
2015.
reviving the old redneck bash?
Right,
Like,
bring it back.
I feel like from the sounds of it, we're gonna have the outfits. So
yeah, so I mean I'd be down with it. I'd have to talk to my dad, but he had a big garden up front, and so
I just thought of something. Could that be the event that we smoked the gator for?
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, for sure.
Tying it all together.
Yes.
But yeah, so we did like slip and slide kickball. We had a big slip and slide, so we did the slip and slide, and then we ended up putting a table down at the end.
was about to
so
say,
we
did you do flippy
slip
cup?
and flip. Yep.
I was about to say that for the Beerlympics, but I didn't know how intense we wanted to get or where we'd be doing it.
Yeah.
But I've always wanted to do that. It looks fantastic.
It is fun. And then we did 1 year. And like this took like about a week of preparation. So they didn't plan to garden 1 year, so we tilled up all the dirt, and my dad's got some buddies that are on the volunteer fire department in Pleasantville, so they brought out one of their pumper trucks and watered down the whole thing, and we had a mud volleyball pit. It was fucking awesome.
So I guess, like in movies when like they have all like the rich kid parties and they just do whatever they want. Like this is, like this is what I'm hearing. Or like any party I've ever had, like you're in like a basement, or you're like
I'm with
let's
you, bro.
let's try to move the kitchen table a little bit so we got a little more room in this little area. Like that's wow. Anyway, all I'm saying is I want to be invited to the next one.
A mud volleyball pit.
Dude, that sounds fantastic.
It is a lot of fun. And so it was like, since he's got like, it's because it's all basically all yard. Like the whole back part is where the trees are. So everything is pretty open. So we just threw tents up everywhere. He had my grandparents' camper, so like the camper was opened up and plugged in, and people were staying in the camper. And I mean, obviously we could go inside and shower and after get cleaned up, but
Probably need to after the volleyball situation.
Yeah. Well, that was just a hose down.
Bash,
That was just a hose down afterwards.
I thought that was just the little garden hose, but wash it off.
But he also
I'm in. Either way, I'm in.
He also has a pond, so
of course he does.
if you want to take a dip in the pond, you're more than welcome to.
I mean, at that point, who knows?
Right. My brother did one night. We were having a fire.
I could see it at nighttime.
and he was just we didn't tell him about the snapping turtle, but he's running down to the pond and like stripping down to his boxers as he's going. So there's like a trail of clothes, and then he gets to the pond and he swims from one end back, and he's like freezing. I mean, this is like in the fall, so it's super. It's
was this a fall
chilly.
party?
This was a separate event.
There's just so many; it's hard to keep track of.
Different subject.
But
this was the fall mixer.
The fucking Catalina wine mixer, bud. It was nice outside coming out.
But yeah, usually the redneck parties was always around my birthday, so beginning of August, usually the first weekend or second weekend.
The most miserable time to be outside.
Well, that's
Is
why.
there any way we could readjust so it's less of a birthday party, more of we'd actually enjoy being outside kind of thing?
Well, yeah. Well, we have so I don't know if it's on Google or not, but
your parties are on Google.
No, my dad's.
Jesus Christ, Chad.
I mean, maybe.
Wow. How the other half lives.
But he's got a shelter that was built for parties, basically.
So
he's got his wood mill in there now, but
like live band or what? What are we talking?
We have, yeah.
You guys think I'm like joking, like I'm exaggerating here, but like
that's what I'm saying.
The more evidence we get, the more comes out, the more I'm like, we're not even joking anymore.
Yeah,
This is
real shit. And
wow.
I can't relate. I can't.
No, I don't know.
I've been to a live band. I've never hosted one.
I've had like a speaker before. I have a speaker. We play music. Right. You know, me and Nick will stay up all night singing music after a party.
I mean, if I had a live band in the room, I'd probably be trying to get on stage. Like, let's rock, bud.
Play Freebird.
Freebird. Give me all your loving.
I guess it depends what kind of band it is. Like, we're assuming it's more like a rock band, but maybe it's like a ska band.
No, it's so.
Must have been some locals at the fire department.
No, my
I'm trying to catch.
Your dad called in Hootie. What's going on here?
No, it was just Hootie.
He couldn't get the whole band
there. No.
Just Hootie. Which has been fine.
I mean, right? Seems to be working out okay for him. So.
No, it's a couple buddies of mine do a 2-man band, and so they came out and played.
So what kind of music are we talking though? Like, what's the jam? What's the vibe? Ooh,
they do a little bit of everything.
Adam Sandler wedding singer type situation, right? Can we just get him to come out?
They do a little bit of everything. There's the first Redneck Bash. It was like they do some country. They do rock. He does a mashup of like 80s and 90s hip hop. He's pretty cool. Joe Inman and Company, for those of you that want to look him up.
It sounds fantastic.
He's they are and then so he does. Joe plays the acoustic and does the vocals, and then my buddy Mark plays the electric guitar for him. And then sometimes they'll have a drummer. Sometimes they don't. It just kind of depends.
I can dig it.
But yeah, it's pretty cool. So they came out and played. I invited them out to just come and hang out for the party. And he's like, yeah, you want us to bring stuff to play? And I was like, fuck yeah. So we set up a little fucking like pallet stage, basically put a bunch of pallets up and threw plywood on top of it. And they set up and played I don't know. They probably played for about 3 hours or so.
Regular Garth fucking Brooks out here.
Yeah,
Bud.
it was fucking awesome. It was
Probably
fun.
sounded beautiful.
One time at Fire Trucker, they had a guy playing like the piano,
Yeah.
which he was dope, man. He did a really good job. And so in between songs, he would talk, and he was telling us how he went to like college. I think it was college, either high school or college, with Lady Gaga. All right,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
which is cool. All right, cool.
Yeah.
So, but again, we're at Fire Trucker. We're at a brewery. We're drinking craft beer. It's me and my buddy Dougie. Love you, Doug. I know you don't listen, but sometimes you do. You could
You should
do more.
listen.
Anyway.
Or
But anyway, so we're sitting at like a table, like literally as close as we are to the piano. Like that's how close
Yeah.
I am to this piano guy. So I lean over to Dougie and be like, "Well, look where she is and look where he is now." Kind of situation about this guy going to school
Right.
with.
Right.
Well, so he heard me.
Oh God.
So then he just goes on for like the next 45 minutes. And again, I'm sitting right here. I'm at a table next to him. I'm staring directly at him like I am at Nick's beautiful face right now. And this dude just tears into me for the next 45 minutes. Like, just giving it to me. Everything he's saying is about like, just tearing into me. I'm like, I'm sorry, dude. I didn't know you could hear me. Like, my bad.
Jesus.
But in
David.
fairness,
did you pick up?
she's a global superstar. He's playing
He's
a
playing at a
brewery in
brewery.
Iowa. So, I wasn't wrong.
Right.
You know, maybe should have brought my tone down a little. But again, I'd been drinking some craft beer. I was probably a little jacked up. Plus, the music was bangers. I mean, he had me going.
Did he play any Lady Gaga?
Poker face.
I feel like at one point he might have like started into one, and he's like, "Nah, fuck that."
Yeah.
But
This asshole's talking shit over here. I'm not gonna play him some Lady Gaga.
yeah, so. But I did get his card afterwards. You know.
Oh, so
Yeah.
you guys like friends now?
No.
You never booked him for a
I
show?
feel like he probably still talks to me about me at his shows. Be like, yeah, this one little fucker one time was
Yeah, busted my
talking
balls.
mad shit, sitting right in front of me, and he's
And
talking
I
shit.
I did go to school with Lady Gaga. I did.
Yeah,
This fucker.
I was just making an observation. I wasn't trying to be mean, but it's factual.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying.
So, can we get to this first topic? It's been bugging me.
So it's really not even a thing. I saw.
It's
I
as
saw.
much of a thing as you want it to be, bud.
That's why we're ducking it.
Well, yeah.
Awkward.
I actually I've been thinking about deleting it because it's not. So it's a musical theory about like a conspiracy theory about how.
Which are the best?
Yeah.
Right, we're already starting off.
You're
on good-
talking right up
So-
our alley
yeah.
here, bud.
So I saw this video, and it's talking about how John Duchendorf, which is John Denver, is the same person as Elton John. So
Okay, give me the facts. Give me the back it up here.
So basically, what the whole theory is that he started off making like the folky country music as John Denver,
Right.
but his label,
Jams.
his label also wanted pop music from him as well, but that's not what he was wanting to do. So he created an alternate persona as Elton John,
And they killed off.
and he was doing. He was
I got
both-
issues with
I know
this.
you're a
Let me
big John
talk.
Denver guy, so
Yeah,
like,
I
slow
got
down.
issues with
Slow
this. So
down.
let me talk.
So
When he's done.
yeah, so they wanted more pop music, so they created Elton John, and so then he kind of went out of the John Denver folky stuff and more into the pop, and then when that became wildly successful, they killed off John Denver, and he full-time became Elton John, and so Elton John is John Denver is Elton John. That's
Okay.
just the theory I heard.
Okay, Nick, rebuttal.
So let's talk about his death.
Yeah.
He died in a.
Death.
If this is a fake death, it is
Okay.
believable.
All right,
Because you wouldn't believe how this fucker died.
tell me. I have no idea how he died. Supposedly.
This is how I know it to be. He died in a plane crash
Okay.
of a private plane that he was flying because he had his license. And they were telling him, they were radioing him to come back in because he was low on fuel. And he refused to and ran out of fuel and crashed and burned and died in a jet.
Was the body ever recovered?
That I don't know.
I'm just saying that feels like the kind of thing that would be easy to like fake.
Right. Like plane crash.
Yeah.
But not like the jet got shot down.
Also, it seems like that's a lot of story.
Right.
You know, like why? Oh, his plane went down. Okay, no one knows. Okay, but now you're like, yeah,
he flew planes all the time.
You know,
allegedly, he had a passion for.
Doesn't
flying
it even
planes.
seem more? The more info you get about it, the more it seems like, you know, like when you're lying. Not that none of us would ever do that, but like you can tell when someone's lying because they like exaggerate too much. They like add too much detail to the story.
That's kind of what I thought about it. Is because to me, like he wasn't his first or second time flying, so it's not like he didn't know what he was doing.
Right.
But you're telling me just one day he was like, "Fuck it,"
and he's just like, "I don't need no fucking gas."
Can we get a side by side?
Yeah. Do they look anything alike?
That's what I'm trying to find.
Because shape wise, no. Now, because John Denver.
Well, sure now, but like back then, what's the look?
That's why I'm trying to find a picture of young Elton John.
I mean,
do we get a birthplace for Elton John and a birthplace for John Denver? Can we?
Well, but I mean, if you're making up a person, then obviously you would say because Elton John's British, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, but you're making a totally different
John
persona.
Denver's like Davy Crockett,
right?
Like
which is why they wanted to change it up. They wanted to mix it up. I don't know, man. That's I mean, I'm looking at pictures here, guys, and
they do both have glasses.
I don't think I think it's even like look at like the creases, like where they smile.
But the nose is different. The one on the right's got a big old fat nose.
I don't know. I think
it's got a beak.
I don't know. This is interesting. I heard something very similar to this, but with ironically Lady Gaga, in so much that Amy Winehouse.
Oh,
she didn't die. She is Lady Gaga.
That's
you know, I heard that once. I don't have anything to back that up whatsoever.
Yeah,
just hearsay.
Right.
But also, I'm pretty sure that both Avril Lavigne and Eminem are not the same person as they were. I've heard that too.
I have heard the Avril Lavigne one.
Yeah.
I didn't hear the Eminem one.
Yeah, like they're like, I don't know. Can you explain better, Chad? Like they died and like someone, it's like a body double,
so
or
basically,
maybe it's a robot situation. I don't know exactly.
A clone.
Yeah.
We've talked about these clones before.
But like they do all kinds of like facial, like checking like the bone structure and stuff, and like it doesn't match up.
So there's another one about, and we might have gone over this before.
Avril Lavigne replacement.
See what I mean? Like it's fucking robots, bud.
Eminem too?
I thought I heard that. I thought so. Maybe not.
Eminem does look like a reptilian now.
Well, you know, the problem is a lot of these people anymore, like they get so much stuff done. You know, maybe he just had work done. Like look at like Courtney Cox.
Yeah.
Like that don't look like a normal person no more. But
yeah, but I don't think it's his demeanor too, because like you look at some of his old interviews and shit. I mean, I guess you know back then he was broke as fuck, and now he's like loaded and has conquered the world.
And like back then he was like 20, and now he's like 40 something, and like people change.
He does, but he just looks like his.
So if anything, I'm hearing that you agree that Eminem has been replaced by a body double.
Yeah, it could be a possibility. Because you get so rich, you're like, I could just send my clone out there that speak, and I could just live life and do whatever the fuck you want to do.
So what do you got for us, Chad?
So the conspiracy theory is that Avril Lavigne died in 2003, shortly after.
Was this the Lyme disease situation? Or was that a big cover up?
She had Lyme disease?
Yeah, that's a whole big thing. She had Lyme disease.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It just said that the theory is, and that the singer died by suicide shortly after her debut of "Let Go."
Would that be the Skater Boy album?
I couldn't tell you, to be honest with you.
Like Skater Boy, that's a jam.
But somebody wanted, like the record label still wanted to make money off of her name, so they.
That's a fair point. Like, what's the whole point?
That would be the motive, I would think, would be
Right.
money.
Yeah.
And whoever signed her to her deal was like, we'll just put another one up there and fake her death.
Well, no, I don't think the idea is she didn't die, so they didn't fake her death.
Right.
They faked her being alive.
Right.
So like the opposite situation.
Yeah, I
where
don't
she
know.
actually did die, and they covered that up.
Right, and it's a different person.
Yeah.
And there's another one, Paul McCartney.
Yeah?
Have you heard that
Mr.
one?
Beetle himself?
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't heard.
Have you heard that one?
I've heard something about it.
So apparently in the '60s, he was in a car accident. Or
Yeah.
he supposedly died in a car accident.
No shit.
And
He looks good for a dead guy.
and the guy that replaced him, who we know now as Sir Paul McCartney, is not the original Paul McCartney, and they replaced him because Beatlemania was like
So big.
just going crazy at that point. So they were like, we can't just have him die. So they brought in this look-alike, and like they've done before, like early days and now, well, not now, but like early days and right soon after the car accident, when it looks like he didn't have anything wrong with him or nothing. You know, they've done like facial stuff, and
Right.
like nothing matches up. So they're like, he died in a car accident in the '60s, and they basically covered it up. And
Now, what about the fact that like they sound the same?
it's
How does that work?
Well, it's just like when like Journey, they found
found the guy that sings like Steve Perry.
that sings like Steve Perry. So I don't know how
Nick
you
is
would
giving you a very side glance. He's taking
not
serious
exactly like Steve Perry, but
Not even fucking close.
offense.
okay, Nick.
We're not talking about Steve Perry right now.
I just saw him live. And
my thing-
the whole thing was a shit show.
The only thing that's important about Steve Perry is that they use him as a psych out in basketball.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that movie in ever.
Steve Perry.
Yeah.
I remember when I first watched that movie, I had no idea who Steve Perry was. So I'm like, who? Like, what the fuck is this?
going on?
I went to one Journey show in my life, and Steve Perry was supposed to be there. When we bought tickets, it was at the old Iowa State Fair, and like halfway through that tour was when he was done, and they found that dude, and he's Asian, he's from somewhere, and he had like the number
Right.
one cover band. He does sound the same, kind of. It definitely has.
I'm not trying to argue with you, Nick.
It has accent that Steve Perry does not have. We'll just put it that way.
Okay.
I'm not going to disagree with anything you say, so
But
carry on.
Pat Benatar was there, and she fucking rocked the house. But
Right on.
that was the opener. Was Pat Benatar?
I can dig it.
Hell yeah.
Wasn't too
So yeah, there's some musical conspiracy theories for you.
What do you think about? Okay, so say that's all real, right? So these
Yeah.
people, so these were human beings. These were real people
Yeah.
that then gave up their entire life, their entire being as a person, to now become
To
someone
be
else.
Somebody else. Oh, I'm sure.
What do you? What's that like?
right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
what if
no, I
one
know what
day-
you're saying. But like, I mean,
But if you're getting
kinda
paid,
think- yeah.
maybe the family knows about it.
you kind of think about it. It's like, first of all, my thought is, how would they find, like, especially for the Paul McCartney one, how would
That's
they
a-
find a lookalike and somebody that sounds like him without the public knowing? Like, you're
Right.
not just going to go out and
Well, that's-
hold a Paul McCartney lookalike contest.
That's
or
also
singing
like
contest.
like so if he was in a car accident, right? That's a fluke thing, right? That's a fluke where like if you know,
Right. Whereas,
like,
like
if you
the
had
John
some
Denver,
idea,
Elton John
right?
thing
Where then
was,
they're just
was a
changing.
planned,
but that's
yeah.
the same person.
Right.
Okay.
Right. That's a little
That's-
different thing. So that is the same person. The theory is that that's the same person, and they killed off John Denver because Elton John was way more popular, and they wanted to move in that direction.
Do you think so, though?
No.
No, I mean,
I don't believe any of this.
I was
No,
just
no,
saying-
no. I think he's talking about like. Do you think that Elton John was that more popular than John Denver?
Oh.
I think so, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I would agree.
yeah. I mean, all you need to go is the Dumb and Dumber, and that John Denver is full of shit.
Rocky Mountain High. Man.
So I mean, but no, I would 100% say. Now I guess I don't know back at the time we
time.
weren't there, but like Elton John
Well,
popularity just
John Denver died in '97.
it was 97.
No,
In
90
1997
97.
was when he died.
That's when they did the switcheroo.
That's
Well-
what I'm saying.
Now see now that part, like if you would told me it was like in the early 80s or late 70s,
Right.
I'd believe. But
No, it was 1997 when he got in his
so he lived a
airplane
double
accident.
life.
Yeah.
Like Garth Brooks.
Garth
Chris
Brooks,
Rain?
Chris Gaines.
Yeah.
Gaines,
Yes.
Reigns, whatever.
Yeah.
No one cares because it's terrible. But
But that's basically what you're saying happened, except for they faked.
except that like he lived a whole fucking
because
life.
he got
as it.
more famous as Elton John. They cut out John Denver.
Look at that guy.
I know that's a.
I bet he don't sell out Wells Fargo 4 days in a row.
Sure, he does. It's just under his alter ego,
yeah.
Garth Brooks.
Yeah.
But if I remember right, I don't think that is Garth Brooks. I think it's Chris Gaines is his alter ego, and Garth Brooks sings a different style. But I think the cover was somebody else.
Maybe I don't know
That could totally be Garth.
I, if anything, they got a guy close enough that you could believe it's Garth because I've always thought that was just Garth with some emo bangs.
Yeah, that's the bangs is what.
Well,
throws
maybe it is.
I don't.
it looks like it.
I think it is because I mean you got to think again. This was when he was younger. You can't look at what he looks like now. But at that time, that's what Garth Brooks looked like.
Well, that would have been your 2 album years right there. What? That
Have you ever listened to any of that music? Have you ever heard any of it?
you can't find it on Spotify. So
Well, but isn't it like even Garth Brooks? His stuff's not even on Spotify.
I heard
is
it. There it is.
He has his own.
Yeah, it is on YouTube. You
Yeah,
can get
Chris Gaines is on YouTube.
and it's horrible.
Oh yeah.
I've never heard any.
I
I'll
thought
have
we
to check
listened
it out.
to it
When?
when we were here.
No. Maybe
Yeah,
that
I
was.
thought maybe it was just Nick, but I thought
Yeah.
I
think
thought
we
I
did
brought
a-
it up
yeah,
before.
We
No,
took a
this is.
listen.
You guys are obviously cutting me out already. This is a whole thing. I'm gonna have to die and come back as a different person to be able to be on
But
the
it's
show
not.
that I
It's
helped
not
create.
good. It's not good.
Oh, my dog's getting yelled at again.
Hopefully that's not Becky getting yelled at.
I feel like there'd be more yelling involved if
Yeah,
it was.
true.
Yeah, I mean maybe it is.
Dude, that totally looks.
I've always thought that was.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, well,
Man, that's something, huh?
yeah.
Yeah, David, on the way home, get you a little sound check.
I'll have to. Yeah, I'll look into some. I mean, I've known about
I
this
think
forever, but
there was like 2 majorly pushed songs.
Lost in You was a top 5 single on the Billboard charts when it came out.
top 5.
Top 5.
I'm just saying that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
And Chris Gaines is from Brisbane, Australia.
Right, I remember the whole thing because he was.
It's,
You know,
it's like
he was
based on Keith Urban.
He's an Australian rock because isn't more like rocker stuff.
Yeah,
It's like an-
alternative
yeah,
rock,
that's
yeah.
what-
Yeah,
Like Goo Goo Dolls, kind of.
I do like Goo Goo Dolls.
I do like Goo Goo Dolls.
My impression of it was not Google Dolls. Maybe the same time era of music that came out. Same sound, same vibe. No hard pass.
So same sound, same vibe, but not the same.
No, I'm saying same time era. like,
Okay.
Yes, it came out in the 90s for sure.
All
But
right.
It did not
Yeah,
sound
90,
like
99.
Fair enough.
Oh, really?
All right. All right.
Nice.
I'll have to look into it. I'll check it out.
It's not good. But yeah,
I
go
don't know,
ahead.
top 5. There's a lot of. I bet you there's a lot of bands, a lot of artists that would be very happy to get a top 5.
So
Oh,
did
for
the people
sure.
know it was Garth Brooks at the time?
No.
No.
Okay.
That's why it was like the whole thing was
Y2K conspiracy, like.
this is what right here. This is the whole John Denver Elton John situation. If Chris Gaines would have taken off, then
They would have killed off Garth
They
Brooks.
might have killed off Garth
No
Brooks
way.
and
Garth Brooks was.
He's an international
I
icon.
see you're playing a little devil's advocate here, and I like it. But there's just, I'm sorry, and I don't mean to upset Nick here because I love Nick. But John Denver was at his peak, was nowhere close to Garth Brooks. I'm
No.
sorry, Garth Brooks is the man.
No, yeah, no.
So, if anything, they'd be like, you know what we're gonna do? Double it up. We're just gonna rip it both.
Right.
We're gonna get all the money from Garth. We're gonna get all the money from Chris. And if anyone ever figures out that like their tours never go at the same
line
time,
up.
then whatever.
One's not opening for the other. That's for sure.
No, wouldn't
Well,
that be
that's-
something? That would be a
that
baller
would
move.
be the time to do it.
That
yeah.
would be.
Because like just stick it out in their face. They'd be like, well, there's no way they just do 2 guys, but the same guy. Like no way.
Back to back. But he's the king of 3-4 hour shows, so
Yeah.
So maybe just as like one opening set and then a 2-hour show.
Right.
I don't know.
Somebody
That could
in
be
between
interesting.
so he can get into costume
Right.
for the
Right.
Well, like at the Garth concert I went to, Trisha Yearwood played for a while, so he
Yeah.
could kind of like chill out or whatever, catch
Yeah.
his breath.
Yep.
Man, that is okay. That's a little different. I like it.
Yeah.
Look, I am.
So kind of this is random, switching gears.
As is everything we
Yeah.
talk about.
Do you guys get like lint in your belly button?
Yeah.
100%.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Is it?
Yeah.
I think that's a thing. Well, I
well,
mean,
'cause
I
like,
have
I've
an innie.
always-
I have an innie. But
Yeah. Because like
Audi,
I
think,
always
is tricky. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I guess it'd be different if you had an Audi. Then
Yeah.
it'd be
I mean,
Right,
then
then
you
you
can
probably
get it
don't.
like I always think of Audi's like the end of a balloon.
yeah.
So I feel like you could get something stuck up in there, but
I suppose. I don't know if it has like the ring situation like a balloon does. It's more like just the knot, isn't it?
right. But that's what I'm saying. So
balloon
it,
knot.
it looks
Yeah.
like it,
But
but I feel
not-
like
yeah.
it would still maybe cup and
Maybe.
collect the lint.
Yeah, I don't. But
Yeah, I'm not sure.
to answer your question, yeah, 100%. Actually, my beautiful wife will sometimes have to assist me in getting the lint out. You guys don't get the assist?
No.
Wow. Okay, this is how I know you're not on my level.
I've never asked.
Oh no, you know what? That's what love is. You don't
I
have
didn't
to
even
ask.
know. I honestly, for the longest time, I thought it was just me. Like I didn't know. That's why I had to ask you guys.
I'm so sorry that you've basically been like in the belly button lint closet.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so
Been hiding
sorry
all
that you've
these
been
years.
going through that. man.
Hiding.
Wow,
Like,
like
I'll
you
get
felt
home-
so alone this whole time. Like I'm getting my belly button cleaned out by my beautiful wife. But I'm so sorry.
I'll get home and like when I get home and I change into my comfy clothes or I get ready to shower, like
Yeah.
I'll have to dig around in
Yeah,
there.
you gotta get in there a little
Get
bit.
them
Yeah.
out and throw it away. And I'm like, my thought is like, there's no way this is normal.
No, that's a thing.
It is a thing.
That's the thing. I'm so sorry that
You
you
were
felt
afraid
so
to
alone.
speak out. Yeah, that's
Oh
what
my
I'm saying.
God.
Like,
Of all the
how long
things-
have you been living with this to make you feel like you couldn't say
It's
something?
been on my list for a couple episodes.
Oh
I
my
just
God.
So
never
this
brought it.
wait. This
Well,
is the
he's-
first time you've ever had
he's-
lint in your stomach?
No,
No, this has always been a
no,
thing.
it's
but
always been
okay,
a thing.
that's
And
what I
it's
was
just the
wondering.
first time
Okay.
I've asked
Okay.
about
He's
it.
just now got the courage up to even be able to bring it up.
I thought he just now noticed. Like,
Oh, no.
I'm like, man.
No, like there's definitely times where like, because you know
fuck.
there's always a little bit, but then sometimes you'll end up getting a
Yeah.
lot in there,
Yeah.
and it's like, oh my god, look at this thing, it's a chunk. Looks like you're cleaning out the dryer lint.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
I think
And like I wear my safety green shirts, so like I get like the safety green
Oh,
lint in
no,
there, and
that's
it's like
something.
weird. I'm
High
like, what the
vis
fuck?
fucking belly
Okay.
button.
All
That's
right.
the deal.
now I've always wondered. So I mean, I got a little peach fuzz down there around the belly
Yeah,
button.
that's
Okay.
yeah.
I've always wondered, do you get more lint?
I think it
the more
traps it
hair
in.
that
It
you
traps
have.
it.
For
Or
sure.
It would be abrasive on the inside of your shirt, and the hair
Like it
would,
like rubs.
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe
Oh.
that's. See, and I thought that too. I thought maybe since I've got some belly hair there, that's why I get. So if anybody out there that's listening
Wow.
doesn't have,
If this is your
stomach-
first time
Yeah.
listening, welcome to the show. Holy cow, here we go.
So call us and leave us a message. 515-850-2332. If you don't have, it's
It could be.
Could be
right
there.
here.
That'll be the time Chad doesn't put it there. Just 'cause I did
right.
that.
If you don't have any hair on your stomach, let us know if you get belly button lint.
Yeah,
in your
And
belly
the
button.
amount.
I'd
Like,
be
are
very
you pulling
interested.
chunks
Because
out,
I
or you
think
just
I
getting-
really think there's a correlation between like how much hair you have to how much lint you get.
Yeah.
that would make sense.
Also, I'm still struck by the fact that you guys get no assistance whatsoever getting the lint out.
No, I just
You're just
I
you're just
go
alone,
in there like
alone
a
in a
fucking
dark
savage
place.
and just
oh my god, that sounds terrible. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. If my cord would reach, I would do a big old group hug right
hug,
now
yeah.
because I just feel like you guys need it.
I
You know?
appreciate
You
that.
just- to be that alone for so long,
Maybe
Chad,
we'll put it out there in the world and just throw
it's
it in.
okay. It's okay, guys.
Yeah, if you
I just don't get
if you get
assistance.
belly
Don't
button
be
lint,
ashamed.
I wasn't ashamed of my belly
Don't be
button.
ashamed. I just always thought it was a thing. I've always had it.
yeah, I've always had it as well, and that's why I'm like, okay, like I thought,
I
yeah,
didn't
I don't
think
know.
it was weird. I just never got assistance. So
Yeah,
That's
nobody
okay.
ever offered to give me. I just got it.
Just
out.
do it yourself.
Yeah.
Mm.
yep.
Old DIYer, bud.
Just root around in there.
No, you just gotta get in there.
Yeah.
Now, do you guys like your belly button? Like, so if you like push in on my belly button, it hurts. It's
Oh,
very
yeah.
sharp pain.
Yeah.
Is that normal?
So I'll use a Q-tip if it gets real down in
a
there.
Q-tip
And just,
on the
but-
belly
But
button.
here's the other thing: a wet Q-tip,
Obviously.
very softly,
Okay.
and then it just
Like if you poke your belly button, that don't hurt.
No.
no, mine hurts. If I get
Okay.
too far in there, it hurts like a motherfucker.
Like you don't even
Like,
have
I-
to, you don't even have to push that hard.
And it doesn't
like,
even
I
hurt.
can go a full.
Oh, that's-
I can go a full fingertip.
honestly,
into
I'm
my
getting a
belly
little
button.
queasy watching you do
Yeah,
this. Like it makes me very uncomfortable.
So mine, I can't even feel really in my belly button. Like it makes
Like
a
just
different part
barely,
of my
if you
stomach.
if you just like make contact with the back of the belly button, I'm like, I'm in pain.
It makes my whole
and I
stomach
just
feel
nothing
weird.
good is
Not-
happening.
Not just my belly.
And then
button.
you're just over here going to
down
town, bud.
digging.
Get in there real nice and deep, black.
I don't.
Oh, it gets.
You know, like how
gets the
some things,
lotion
like
on the
just watching
skin.
it, you're like, ugh.
Yeah,
Like,
that
oh
was-
my god, like my
no.
body feels weird now watching you do that.
I can feel it in my elbows.
Yeah.
Like when I
Oh,
hit my
my
belly
goodness.
button, bud. No, it's not a comfortable feeling.
Oh god,
Interesting.
yeah.
This
I
is
don't
a surgical repair. So if I had assistance, I think I would be ungodly unless somebody went a little too deep.
Well, you gotta. So obviously, it's a gentle, caressing, loving, caring touch.
Right.
It's not. She's not just digging in there all.
Does
all
that-
willy-nilly.
Chad,
is there a little
No, no.
foreplay? Like
No,
has
no.
to get the
You gotta go around the outside.
get y'all warmed up.
Oh man, loosen it up a little bit. And then
Luckily,
just pull it out
she's
there.
got these little fingers, so
Give-
she just
give it a
able
little
to get in
tickle.
there. Her fingers are like tweezers, She's just able to get in there and grab that lint and pull it out. See, I always
Oh
thought
my
that was
God.
normal. I always thought like getting like what's the point of being in the relationship if you're not going to get basically 90% of my beautiful wife's wifely duties involve like my body hair and what that goes along with.
Jeez.
Getting lint out of my belly button, shaving my back. We got a whole thing going here. You know?
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, what are you guys doing? I don't know.
You get your back shaved?
So I get like random. I don't have like.
That's what I'm like. I don't grow that much hair on my back.
So I don't grow a lot of
have
hair on my
no
back.
hair on my
That's,
back.
that's
So,
kind of where I'm at, bro.
I don't have like a sweater type situation, but like I get like random like long black squirrely hairs that pop out that I
Okay.
really don't like. I'd almost prefer it if it was like just full
full-
hair on the back because then
Right.
it's like manly.
Said a couple scragglers.
But I just get these long fucking black ones that pop out, and I don't like those. So she'll take the old beard trimmers and run them along the shoulders, and it's only up around the shoulders, So like, for instance, before the, yeah, like that's attached, bro. It's been a minute.
See a couple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See what I mean? Yeah. See, I don't like that. So so she goes through and cleans them up for me because that's what love is, guys. And I'm sorry that you don't have that.
What are we giggling here?
I know. I am just like, what did we get to here?
So like, so this dude's a comedian. Look at those shoulders.
Oh, see, yeah, that's not the situation I'm dealing with. I do. I mean, I have like the chest hair, I got the belly hair, but I don't have the same amount of hair on the back. It's really like I said, I got the little straggly guys on the shoulders, so I get them cleaned up. But I've tried to get her to shave my head for me. She's done like one time. She's like, no, I'm not gonna do it. Don't like that. Shoulders, fine. Head, no.
So she'll
What I
shave your-
haven't tried yet, knees and toes, but I have gone through heads and shoulders. So that's.
Fair enough.
Thank you. I didn't know if you were picking.
Yeah,
I'm like,
I
I
was
tried. It was
Yep.
a reach,
Yep.
but
I got it.
yeah.
I do have toe
Interesting.
hair too and finger.
Only on just the big toe.
Just the big toe for me.
Yeah, I think it's just the big toe. Oh, you got them on all of them. It's like a fucking werewolf down there.
that. Yeah, I think they make me double check. But
He's gonna take his sock off.
yeah, no, like every single toe. Not very
Each one, just like a couple hairs.
couple hairs,
Yeah,
Interesting.
that's basically how my shoulders are. It's just a few, but like they're dark, they're long, and they're fucking black. And so you gotta clean that shit up. But I don't want to be going out like that.
That's and then like just these random little tops of your.
Oh
hands
sure,
here.
sure.
Yeah,
weird.
I get like the knuckles a little bit.
And the old knuck foes. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I'm glad we could open this conversation. That was
this is good.
nice.
Man, you guys are bringing me back to like I remember puberty. Like you start getting the hair,
What is this?
but
oh,
I was like, I remember freaking out when I started getting my leg hair. I'm like, oh fuck, this isn't good. Because like no one, like I got it before everyone else did.
Yeah.
So like all the other guys, shiny shins,
Yeah, yeah.
fucking Greek gods.
Greek gods.
And then I'm over here looking like Teen Wolf, and I'm like, this is bad. This is bad because I got hella leg hair, but ain't no denying that
Yeah.
one. So that was hard for me. That was talk about feeling alone, bud. I can definitely empathize with where you were at with the belly button lint because
Yeah.
that's how poor 12-year-old me felt.
12.
Nice.
It
12,
was
13
crazy.
maybe.
Honestly,
but 12?
I think my facial hair started coming in before like my body hair did.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's still not very thick. I mean, I do every once in a while shave my arms and stuff.
Do you?
But, yeah.
Do you?
You got the tattoos though, so I mean, show them off.
But it's, I
So-
haven't probably shaved my arm in like 8 months. But it's super thin. But
I'm a little fuzzy, but I got plenty. That comes from my dad's side. We're all the Joneses. We're very fuzzy from the ears down.
that's like the opposite. It's like my pops.
Up top, not so much.
No,
It's growing out of every other fucking
yeah,
no
it's
shit.
coming everywhere else, but not. Yeah, a lot of bald up top, and just like a chia pet everywhere else.
Like a chia pet. All right. Well, what's next?
What else is on the list? We're
Little
powering through
Whippets.
it.
Little fun fact before we get to that.
Yeah.
We're sitting here drinking our beers. I work today. My buddy, my coworker, tells me that he's going to his neighbor's house tonight, and they're having a bonfire. They're going to have some beverages. So his neighbor texts him and says, "Yeah, come on over whenever you're off. I got the dad pops ready."
The dad pops.
The dad pops,
Interesting.
and I'm like, "What is this?"
Yeah.
That's what he calls beers.
Interesting.
Dad pop. And I'm like, it just kind of threw me for a loop because I just call them beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, my
Like,
kids
if
just know I drink beer.
You gotta tell them they're drinking dad pop.
But like, so they're like, yeah, this is, because like the kids must drink pop. My kids don't drink pop, so like they're fucking not spoiled. What's the opposite of spoiled? Deprived.
Yeah.
So they're deprived. They would tell you the same thing too. Their lives, poor miserable kids. But last night, 7:00. Can I have chocolate milk? No. It's almost bedtime. No chocolate milk. Go to mom. Can I have some chocolate pudding? Yeah, of course. Go ahead. I'm like, I just told them they can't have chocolate milk. You're going to let them eat chocolate pudding? What's going on here? Like, it's like, that's fine.
That's
fine.
How me and Becky are, but opposite.
Oh, see, I'm the mean one.
Drew's like, milk. Well, cool. You want milk? Go ahead, get some milk. You want Doritos at midnight? I don't care about it. What do you want?
You want Doritos at midnight? Let's go.
Why is he up at midnight? That'd be my first question.
The kid's an animal.
I feel that. No, I'm 100% the mean one when it comes to the kids because it's just like, of course, sure. Like eating.
That's how I literally am. I feel bad. It don't matter what he asks me for. I'm like, yeah, sure.
Don't get me wrong. I feel like I say yes to a lot of things, but food gets me mostly because we'll eat dinner. Okay,
And they don't eat
and they
nothing.
don't eat dinner, and then the rest of the night they're like, "I'm hungry." I'm like, "No! You had a chance to be hungry. Don't come at me with your hungry
It
business."
sounds like your parents must have done this to you when you were a child. We've
Yeah,
gone through this.
Actually, well, similar, I suppose, because like we had skippets and water to eat. And that's what we had. So you either ate what they made, or you can skip it and have water. That's it.
Okay, I
Okay.
like
So
that.
like
I
my
like
parents
that.
weren't the ones where like you had to sit there and eat your food, like you got to clean your plate. Wasn't like that. But there was like you can either eat this, skip it some water. That's it. Those are the options. And that's it for the rest of the like until the next meal.
Right.
Those are your options. So if at lunchtime you didn't want lunch, well, you can try again at dinner, but there ain't no afternoon snack.
Right.
Okay? At dinner time, well, you better hope you eat dinner because you ain't eating again until breakfast. So,
Interesting.
but then sometimes I even find myself, like, no, you sit there and you eat your food. And then I'm like, no, I don't want to be making them eat their food because I don't want to eat the food. But then it's like, dude, eat your,
Yeah,
like,
but
you
then they
asked
want
for
chocolate
this.
pudding. Yeah, that's my biggest thing. It's one thing if you just make something and they don't want it.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay,
Like, if
give
I-
you
yeah.
that. But if like not throwing anybody on the bus, but we have somebody in our house that wants you to make her something, and you make it, and she wants no part of it.
Right.
It's like now I'm stuck eating this.
Then so you do
I
the
just
you
eat
do
it,
the
yeah,
I'll
like,
see.
I'll
I
clean
just say
it up.
throw it away, or depending on what it is. Now, see, they've broken me. Let me tell
just
you.
eat it, but
Let
I
me
ain't-
tell you why.
ain't gonna go
Because
throw it out.
so it always used to be the dog does not get human food.
Yeah.
Okay, that was always the rule, and now it's got to the point where the dog eats so much of because Christopher just hands her food,
Yeah.
just here, one for me, one for you, one. So now when the kids don't eat, it's like fine, just go dump it in her bowl, just fine. The dog eats everything now, just Just go dump it in the bowl. So, like, Elliot's getting some chicken nuggets. He doesn't eat all his chicken nuggets. Dump them in the bowl. Whatever. I don't even care anymore.
Wow.
I know. I've given up on the dog not
At least
eating.
the dog's getting fed.
Well, the dog will eat anything.
Yeah.
The dog
At least
literally
dog's
eats
eating
trash.
bad.
Yeah.
So,
That's why I wouldn't want to throw it away. I'll eat it and just.
yeah, I hardly ever eat the kids' leftovers, but maybe on occasion. But yeah, it is frustrating when they're like, "Will you make me this?" or "I want this," and then you make that, and they're like,
One bite. Yeah,
Done.
Like, really?
"Like, no, you're not. You're not
You're
done.
going to sit there and eat it and fucking enjoy it, bud.
You tell me how good it is."
Yeah.
Do you guys do leftovers? Do you guys eat leftovers?
Yeah. Depending on what it is. for the
Yeah.
most part,
I
yeah.
feel like I'm very Nick-like when it comes to my leftovers. Like,
Yeah.
I'm very picky. Like, there's not a lot of things that I will eat as
But
leftovers.
some things like chili.
Right.
There's
Right,
some things
chili
that are
is,
almost
yeah.
better the second time around.
I did it. So thinking about leftovers, when we were doing the Biggest Loser thing, there was a few times, not very often, but I would try to do like a little meal prepping.
Yeah.
And then it occurred to me that, like, when you're meal prepping, literally all you're doing is planning to eat leftovers for X amount of time.
Yes, it's
Right.
not as fresh.
And the thing with meal prepping is it's a lot of the same thing too.
Right. Which
So like if
I
you
get burned out real quick.
So like
on
if you're
stuff,
doing
so.
yeah. So like we did what was it a few weeks ago we had the chicken and noodles with mashed potatoes that Carrie made. We
Looked
had
good. Looked good. I did
think we
not
had-
partake.
No, you did not. I had
You don't want no part of it.
I also won the competition. So.
Yeah, you don't want no part of that stuff.
yeah, but
That's
that
right.
one
Correlated,
meal,
maybe. Who
No,
knows?
definitely not, because that one meal was not going to make
That one meal gave me
10
like
pound
4
difference,
pounds of love
25,
back.
10, 15 pound difference.
Because I actually had it twice because Becky made it the week before.
Nice.
And she wasn't happy with it, so then Carrie made it, and it was they were both good. I ate both. I'm not against it, but I didn't eat anything else that day. But that both times.
Yeah, so we had like I don't know, maybe 5 containers of leftovers of that, and like
That's a lot.
well, but I made them portioned out smaller
Okay.
for like lunches. So, but that's all I had for lunch for like the next 5 days. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's okay because it's good, but
No,
it
so
was
when
getting
you
kinda,
when you do have something like that, do you feel obligated to eat that?
no, because we'll have. So I've changed my view on leftovers quite a bit actually. I used to not eat leftovers at all. Like I wouldn't eat leftovers. Now I don't mind them, and I actually, if I cook, I'll make extras so I can take some for lunch for the next couple days, just to save from going out to Subway or Taco John's or Casey's or whatever.
1908.
1908, El Maya, El Dorado.
Burrito size of his fucking forearm.
We ate there Monday night, and I got the Maya burrito, and I wanted to send
He
you guys.
swore,
I'm
he
like,
swore off the burrito, and here it is.
I'm
He's
sitting-
back.
I'm sitting
First
here,
day back,
and
he's
it's-
like, "Oh, here, bud."
Yeah, and
You know
I
what?
mean,
I'm gonna
it
cut out the
seriously was-
burrito.
It was.
Can you get a half order?
No, but I did cut it in half, and I took half home, and I
Look at this
barely
guy.
finished.
Now we're
I
thinking.
barely finished the first half, and then I had the next half for lunch the next day. But so I mean, I did split
There
it up.
you
I
go.
didn't eat the whole thing. But yeah, so I'm more open to.
I just wondered, like, because I know a lot of people, like, if they make food. So, like, say you made lunch to bring to work tomorrow,
Yeah.
and then I don't know. Say your work said, okay, hey, we're buying everybody lunch today. You know, it's
Right.
catered or
Yeah.
whatever. I don't know. Would you feel like you should eat the food that you made and brought?
No, so what I would do is I'd just leave it because we have a fridge at work. So I'd just leave it in the fridge at work and have it the next day, and I'd eat whatever they're providing.
Okay, let me just devil's advocate. Say it's something that it would go bad. It wouldn't be good another day from now. It's a peanut
It
butter
would-
and jelly sandwich with a lot of jelly, and it's gonna be all soggy. And
Yeah, I would just toss it.
you know what I mean?
Yes. If it's a peanut butter jelly sandwich, I would probably just throw it away. If it's something that is gonna go bad the next day, whatever it might be, it would depend on what the other option is.
Right. So
I wouldn't feel bad throwing either not accepting the free lunch or I wouldn't feel bad either way.
So I only ask because when we get sent out of town to work, one of our perks is we get lunch paid for. So you get but then a lot of guys sometimes they'll make They'll make lunch. They'll bring their own lunch. So,
Right.
But they're bringing, like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich or a ham and cheese sandwich. They're not bringing like.
Right.
So then, because they don't know if we're getting sent out of town or not. So, but then the time comes, we could now have a free lunch, free quotes.
Right.
You know what I mean? And they're like, no, I'm just gonna eat my sandwich because I don't want to waste my sandwich. Yeah, and I'm like, dude, you could have Subway or El Maya or blah blah blah.
Right.
Instead of your ham and cheese sandwich that you're not even gonna enjoy eating. You're gonna be hungry when you're done, but they feel like obligated because they made it. And I'm like, I look at it as you're in the plus, you're in the positive because like for that $1.50 that it costs to make your peanut butter and jelly sandwich, your whatever $10 lunch or whatever it is. You're ahead, so it's not like you're wasting money.
You could always eat it whatever you brought for lunch for dinner when you get home.
Well, or you could have like an afternoon snack if you're still hungry.
That's what I've done it. I've done that before where I've made. So when my dad and I had the construction company, I'd bring my lunch every day. What?
Nothing.
I'd bring a sandwich every day, and if we decided that we were going to go out for lunch that day, as business expense, obviously.
Yeah, business expense.
So I would
write that off.
I would cut it in half, and I'd have like a morning snack. I'd have the first half of the sandwich, and an afternoon snack. I'd have the second half. So that way,
and then you just got food all day.
Yeah.
See, that's.
But I was a lot more active and working then. So climbing up and down roofs and ladders and fucking all that shit.
I know when I worked for FedEx, but I was moving all fucking day. Like as soon as
a driver, like in a van.
Yep. Yeah,
so, that's a lot of walking too.
I work downtown Des Moines.
Oh shit.
So, like my area was only like 2 square miles, but as my boss would say, I had a lot of vertical feet.
Yeah.
Because like you'd get into a building and like $8 to $1 grand, right? Well, you don't just get to drop off everything for that building. You have to go to each fucking floor to drop off everything that goes to that building. So you're just fucking going. So I didn't have a lot of like distance,
and you couldn't carry probably a lot at the same time. So
I had like a cart.
I'll say you probably had a little
cart.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean you're scooting. You're just always moving and you're running in and out of places. But so I was always moving. So like when I started my job I have now, like within like a month I gained like 20 pounds.
Yeah.
Because I just wasn't moving like constantly.
Well, and that's what. So when I went from doing the construction, my next job was. Facilities for John Deere in Urbandale. And so I had a desk and a computer and a work order system and the internet. And so I was on I was on my computer most of the day looking at work orders and facilities for John Deere. It was such a cake job because we were renting the building from R&R Realty. So if anything was going on with anything, we'd call them to do it. So like my job was literally my job was literally, and I didn't even have to call them. It was read the work order that was sent to me, go to a different website for an R&R work order, put in another work order, and be done, and wait for them to come and do it.
It's money in the bank, but
it was amazing.
That's fantastic.
But yeah, it was the same thing. I stopped moving around.
Yeah,
and the nice thing about it, was that their break rooms, they had like the soda fountains, and so that you had free pop and free coffee. Starbucks coffee, even. They had Starbucks coffee machines. Yeah.
Well, it's John Deere, but
it's
on the back of a John Deere tractor is where the coffee spit out, probably, bud.
No. We did have, so there was 3 buildings that we watched after, and in 2 of the buildings for the break rooms, they had ping pong tables. So we'd play ping pong a lot.
Living. Yeah.
To the point where I went out and bought my own, like, $50 ping pong paddle.
What a madman.
And we were, because we had the building... We had 3 guys that worked facilities. One was, what?
Nothing. What?
Was it fucking gold?
No, it was not gold. But I did make a case for it.
Oh my god!
It had. I
Wouldn't
cut
want
out,
that thing getting damaged when it's not in my fucking hand, bud.
Yeah, so like I cut out foam and put inside of the case.
Oh
so like
my
it was
God.
like
So it couldn't rattle
like,
around and damage.
Like when I opened it up, I had a little light in there, so like it opened up and
No,
it like
you
shine. I
didn't.
swear to God.
Chadrick.
Like it started out as just like I just wanted to make a case, and so like once I started, and my dad helped me with it. So of course, once we started, it
was
just like kept
legendary.
snowballing,
Next level.
and it was like,
Wow.
okay, well we should obviously do this, and it just kept fucking going and going and going. It just got ridiculous.
Bougie.
Yeah, and like it's not. It wasn't like a travel case either. Like this thing was huge.
So what'd you do? Just like leave it on your coffee table?
I left it at my buddy's house where we always played ping pong.
What do you even do with something like that?
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
Oh,
I
Yeah.
can't relate.
I know. I don't even.
I don't
Understand.
even know what to say.
Like I might as well be watching Lord of the Rings right now. Like nothing of this doesn't connect with me at all.
Oh,
Wow.
fuck. Yep.
I don't even really remember what we were talking
made
about.
parts for John Deere, but it was not the same situation that you're talking about here.
No, so this was the software engineering site. So
Oh,
this
yeah,
wasn't
no.
like the plant or anything.
No, so
I have a John Deere cart for my lawnmower.
There you go. Nice.
It's not a John Deere lawnmower.
No, but I'm
it's
sure
the
that
cart.
cart was still probably like $700-800 with the John Deere
Probably.
name on it.
Probably. My brother bought it and then he forgot about it in my mom's shed. So when she moved, I got it.
hey,
There you go.
Yeah, still in the box.
Nice.
I worked at this little sweatshop over off of Railroad. It was south of Railroad, so how I took it, I went
Yeah.
63rd Railroad, and then it might have been EP True or right before EP True.
I always really appreciate your directions. I just want you to know that.
Well, I'm always coming from the south, so most you can relate there. But it was south of Railroad,
Yeah.
a little bit east of 63rd, kind of by Raccoon River.
A little bit east of 63rd?
Or, sorry, west.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm trying to.
So
give
it's like
actual
where the old
directions
train
now.
station is,
Yeah.
which is now the Foundry,
And if you
right?
go back there, no, they're still there. It's south of there, but there's like 6 businesses that are all
Yeah.
kind of wrapped. There's like a trucking company.
Oh, yeah.
and
Okay.
It was just this little warehouse. It wasn't
Yeah.
very big. Not
Over by
very
where the gymnastics
cosmetically-
place is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not very cosmetic.
Chow's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so basically, we worked in an oven.
That sounds miserable.
So there was one part of the place made the brackets, and then there were clutch pedals for like John Deere tractors. That's all.
Okay.
And so they made the pedal assembly with the hook on it, and then we had these big ass billet blocks,
Mhm.
and we'd set them in there, close them, lock them, and pour hot polyurethane down into these molds, and then walk them into the oven that was hot as fuck. And then when they got done, we'd go back in there, pull them out, and let them cool. Then the next group of people would pull them off. But yeah, it was not the same setup. No ping pong table, and it was hot as fuck.
that doesn't even sound legal.
No, that sounds like
You had gloves
Did you
on.
get paid in cash?
No.
Did you get paid?
Yeah, I got paid, man.
Okay.
They actually paid pretty well. That was
I
one
would
of my
hope
highest
so.
oh
paying jobs.
yeah, being that I
would hope
But it was hot. I can tell you that. It was literally hot. But
Yeah.
I couldn't do the other side.
Kind
'cause I
of,
didn't-
kind
I
of the
wasn't
boat I'm in
confident.
right now. There's
Yeah.
some hot shit.
Yeah. And you literally walked, and it wasn't like a little oven. Like it was like a cooler, but an oven. And
Right.
it was a room that was fucking hot, and the heaters and shit weren't on when you went in there. But it was still, it was toasty.
Yeah, that sounds miserable. I want no part of that. I'm glad you got out of that.
Yeah.
It wasn't too horrible. It was a very easy job, but it was just a
Miserable job.
miserable job. Yeah.
Yeah, that's no good.
But they paid like 19-year-old Nick like $17 an hour. So I was like, that's
Oh,
not
19-year-old David would have taken 17 to do just about anything.
Yeah.
horrible. Right. It's
Exactly.
not horrible.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I was making like 10 when I was 19. So
my easiest
Shit, I don't
job
think I
ever
was even making 10.
security at the Capitol.
security of the Capitol.
Yeah, overnights.
Oh, yeah.
It was legendary, except for I was off at like 5 a.m. So some of the senators and everybody else, the minions that run around there, they all get there super early. So like when we were getting ready to leave and like clock out, there's people starting to fill up. I didn't mind the Capitol at night though. It was kind of creepy, but there was only like 5 of us, and all we did was just walk around, literally.
I'm imagining that
I'd be bringing Nerf darts, like Nerf guns, and like going and shooting it. Like,
I actually the first like 2-3 months I worked there, I learned a lot about the Capitol because they have a lot of
yeah, a lot of
exhibits
history.
and I've never even really been there. We took some field trips as kids and shit,
Mm-hmm.
but like I'd eat lunch in the law library because nobody could tell me no because there wasn't anybody there, but like just like hanging out.
I
like,
am the law.
I am the law, bud. But the trooper spot is right across the hill there, and they would come in like once or twice a night, just check in on everybody, make sure everybody was okay, and they'd roll back out. So
You're
like,
like, we don't need you.
that's what I'm saying. Like, we're security inside of a locked down building, and the fucking state trooper headquarters is right across the street. So I mean, if anything ever did happen, it would take a whopping 30 seconds for somebody to come in, guns blazing. It was fun.
That's solid.
I don't like heights though, and they always tried to get me to
Go up in the dome?
and
I was actually thinking about that today. So the rafters at work, you're probably gonna have a little bit of fun because we have a skyjack, a scissor lift that you got to go up in. So you might have to get used to that if you get hired.
When you get hired.
When you get hired,
I believe in you.
I do too. I was talking him up to my boss today.
see, the problem is he probably talked me up too much.
No,
As long as he didn't say, yeah, he's great at heights, I think it'll be fine.
right.
You know what I mean?
I did not say anything about the heights
Yeah,
because I
He's
didn't
great
think
with
about
heights
it.
and electrical.
I didn't. I didn't think about the heights thing until I was. I was
how
having
high are
to.
we talking?
I think the walls are. I think they're 30 feet.
Okay, that's manageable. That's like 2-story, 3-story.
Yeah.
How tall do you think those escalators we were going up were?
It's the motion. Like I said, the stairs were still open.
Okay. All right.
So
Fair enough.
if you're going straight up and down, are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
See, I don't like
It gets real wobbly when you're all the way up at the top.
We have to
though.
use scissor lifts sometimes. and
Yeah.
I don't like some of them scissor lifts, bud.
We had
Some are better than others.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Some of them it gets awfully squirrely. You get
It
about
does.
10 feet up, and then you're like, oh yeah, another 20 feet. Okay.
Yep. That's
Don't
basically
move.
exactly what ours is.
Yeah. Well, don't
It's,
tell him that. Like he's like, I don't know, man.
I mean, ours is pretty sturdy. I mean, obviously, if you get all the way up to the rafters, it gets a little wobbly, but I mean, it's fine. It's not going anywhere. Hopefully.
Probably.
Chad's still here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone is.
He's
right
also
up until
he's
they
also
are.
taller, so whatever he's reaching, he doesn't have to go up as far. So That's
true.
To go up even
That's true.
farther than that point.
That is very true.
I got it maxed out. I still can't reach,
That's all I
bud.
got.
I can't remember why I think we were setting trusses for my dad's outbuilding, but he had like a cherry picker, a bucket truck, and it was one of his buddies because his buddy had a tree service, so he'd have this to go trim the tops of trees and shit. I think the max extension was like 60 feet, and so my dad's like, "Come on, let's
this
go."
little fucking arm.
Yeah.
No thanks. Bud.
Yeah, so my dad's like, "Come on, we're gonna jump in here and we're gonna go all the way up." I'm like, "Okay." And so he's like, "You go ahead and control it so you can go at your own pace." I'm like, "All right." I don't know. We get like halfway up, and I'm like, "I'm good." And he's like, "No," and he kind of nudges me over and grabs the controls, and we keep going. We have that thing fucking penciled straight up and down, and I'm freaking out because it's like swaying. I'm like, "We're gonna die."
Yeah. I don't
Strap
I
in,
don't know
bud.
about
Yeah,
all that.
that was
That's the
not
safety
okay.
catch. It's like strapping this thing. It's like, yeah, what if it falls over?
Yeah,
Now
exactly.
I'm strapped to it,
Exactly.
falling over.
I know, but it's not like you'd get any further like if you weren't strapped in.
I feel like you go flying off of it if you weren't strapped in.
No, I don't. Maybe. I mean, I get the idea of the
If it
strapping
stop-
because
if
then
it
if you
starts-
fall,
I'll
then-
say
Right.
if you fall, then it catches you. But if the whole thing's
the-
falling,
right.
you're gonna grab onto something. You're not just gonna be like, "Oh, okay, wee."
Yeah.
You know?
right.
you're not diving off this.
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. You're not
No.
Yeah,
jumping.
your first thing you are fucking locking in.
Yeah. So I don't think
So a high ground too, opposite side to falling. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
I don't think a strap on is necessary in that situation.
Hey, You never know when a strap-on.
That brings the question, Chad. When do you think the strap-on is necessary?
Um,
I'd be very interested to hear your thoughts on that.
for female couples. Or guys that are into it, I guess. Whatever floats your boat.
To each their own.
Yeah.
You know,
This is true.
Yeah.
go get them. Some people have lint, some people don't. Maybe we don't know that for a fact. As of right now, we're 3 for 3
happy.
on the
I'm
lint
so happy
thing.
we brought that up.
Man.
All right. Anything else for this week?
No, I
Man.
felt like we did a pretty good job.
That
there.
one went quick, didn't
Yeah.
it?
That did go quick.
Boy, howdy.
That one was. I think that one rolled a little better.
I just want to give a quick shout out to my future brother-in-law. He's starting a whole new endeavor, and you can check him out on. Let's see. I think they got Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. It's Midwest Gucci.
Okay.
They're kind of doing I don't even know how to describe it. I know they've got like some paintball stuff going on. They've got a bunch of just cool, fun videos and that sort of thing.
Cool.
But check it out, Midwest Gucci. My future brother-in-law. He's the man.
Hell yeah.
So just a quick shout out to all our millions of followers.
Millions, yeah.
Millions.
We
So-
reach so many that
So
it's
go blow up his
impossible to
stuff the
communicate,
same way
yes.
you blow up ours.
We keep giving the phone number out, but the line's just busy.
Yeah, it's
Sorry.
hard when it's always going. So it's
Takes us a
stay
while
on
to
the
filter
line,
through.
guys. Yeah. We need someone to screen our calls. So yet again, we are putting out
We-
the call for a intern.
We do need an intern. You will have your own little work area. You will have a microphone so you can chime in every once in a while.
Yeah.
You're not going to be featured a whole lot, but
Chad's got the old mute button right here, ready to just
Yeah.
lock you
well,
down.
see, and that's the thing is that I'm not my whole thing is I want to get away from having this on the table.
You
So
want to be
it-
a common man like
I want
me
to
and
just
Nick
be.
here.
I just want to be able to sit back and relax and talk and not have to worry about the controls or doing the googling. Like
Yeah. I just want, when I ask a question, I want someone in the corner to tell me the answer. That's
yeah. Be
That's all
over
we're
here
asking, yeah.
typing away on the Google machine. We'll turn the TV around so we can pair the TV to the laptop so we can see the answers.
I love it.
You know?
I love everything about it. Yeah. So if anyone's interested, you want to get on this train, this rocket ship, before it goes to the moon.
Yeah.
This is
To
the
the
time.
moon.
To the moon. We're rolling.
I will pay you in drinks.
Yeah. We get you smoke.
I was about to say more than likely there'll be food involved because
Yeah.
Yeah.
between the three of us, one of us will probably be bringing food.
Yeah. We can throw some food out
So
there
that's at
too.
least one meal every other week.
Yeah.
So in case you're struggling and you need to get by,
This sounds like a job for you.
you know.
Yes. I know we were like talking this up like crazy. Just slow down. We'll get to your application.
Yeah, it's going to be tough going through all of them.
Right. We're just looking for the best fit.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, if you
We're a
do want
family
to join,
here, so-
if you do want to join us and
And who won it? Obviously. I mean, oh my god.
come hang out and
If you want to
have
be
some fun.
the leader of the jackalopes,
the leader of the
like
jackalopes,
the shepherd of the
The
jackalopes,
shepherd.
perhaps.
Yeah.
Since I've decided that the jackalopes is what I'm calling
okay.
our fans.
So now whoever comes and does this, your new name is Shep.
I like it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's fine. It works for me.
awesome. All right, well,
Toodles Magoodles.
check us out wherever you get podcasts: YouTube, Facebook, Casting Pods Network, TikTok at the CND Show. Give us a call. 515-850-2332.
You should have hit him with little effects with it.
Bam!
Wow.
That was nice. That was legendary.
All right, guys.
All right.
Stay beautiful, my jackalopes.
Bye.
I love you guys.
Bye.